Donald Trump taking direct aim at Canadian leaders on Truth Social, accusing Canada of taking advantage of the U.S. for decades and calling Prime Minister Mark Carney and Ontario Premier Doug Ford, quote, clowns. Then this morning, Trump went further, saying the U.S. is considering renaming Lake Ontario Lake America because he, quote, doesn't expect to be doing much business with Ontario much longer. You can see the photo there. He doubled down, posting this photo with Lake Ontario crossed out and Lake America written in big gold letters. Then the post spree continued. Trump also accused Canada of ripping off American farmers, saying Canada is charging farmers 400% tariffs and claimed Canada has, quote, driven many wonderful U.S. companies out of business. The president called Canada entitled and went on to say, I deal with many countries and Canada is easily the most difficult and unreasonable.
A very fresh post here from President Trump on Truth Social, taking aim at you personally, taking shots at you, suggesting you should fall in line, that you are a flunky of the Prime Minister. Do you want to respond to these shots? What would you say to the president?
No, I don't respond to a dictator like President Trump, a bully like President Trump. As I said before, he's the type of guy in school that would take your lunch money one day, take your toque off your head the next day, and then steal your running shoes. But I'm not going to take any advice off a guy that's the king of bankruptcies. And he's actually tariffing his own people, taxing his own people.
1 minute later.
Premier, you mentioned a number of times today that tariffs are a tax on Americans. If that principle stands, and I'm sure it does here in Canada as well, how do you impose retaliatory tariffs without impacting Canadian spending here?
That's good point. It is going to hurt. That's the cost of war. We have two choices, folks. We either roll over and he dismantles Canada and he says 51st state. We'll never be the 51st state.
Never say never.
And I have a lot of real estate on my ass, so he has a lot of room to kiss my ass. So.
You want to play rough? Huh? Okay.
But if we don't do it the easy way, we're going to do it the hard way.
The Ontario Premier Doug Ford is joining us right now. Premier, thank you very much for joining us. It sounds like your frustration with President Trump and his tariffs policy against Canada is escalating. Would it be wiser to take the temperature down a bit right now between these two longtime great allies?
I think so, Wolf. Things got a little heated. It got a little personal yesterday between the president and myself. But I want to make a good deal for the American people, a good deal for the Canadians. And we're the two greatest countries in the world. We're each other's #1 customer. And it's time to get back to the table and let's negotiate a fair deal because it's hurting the U.S., it's hurting Canada. And we just want to make sure that we have a fair deal.
That's right.
Foolish child.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.